All right, hey Twitch and YouTube. I am here and I'm streaming again. Charkue coming to you from my basement. I have more jewelry making stuff underway and I'm eager to get started. So there's no real plan for tonight other than keep working, that's it. So what do we need to do tonight? Well, I have a couple rings that I've been working on, not a lot, but just a bit here. So I'd like to keep work on those moving forward. I'm going to do some soldering tonight finally with my wonderful little torch here. This is the first time I've done it, so I'm ready to make mistakes. One of the things that I want to do, I have a couple things here that I'll need. I've got a charcoal block that I could solder right on if I want to. And I also have my third hand here, which is actually for electronic soldering, but it should work with one modification that I'm going to do right now. The jaws on this are actually, they're like alligator clips, and I have a feeling that if I wanted to use them, they'd be too sharp. So what I'm going to try to do is put on some heat shrink tubing. And to do that, I'm going to want something like a clamp here to keep this open while the heat shrink tubing closes, because I can't hold this. It's going to conduct the heat. And I don't want to burn my fingers up. I don't know if this is going to be too hot on the tubing, but it should work. So I'm going to set this to a long flame with low airflow. All right, that looks fine. It shrunk up really well. So there's one, and I want to get this other one while I'm at it. So about... There we go. Let's get this one on. Okay. There we go. Burned it a little. But it's holding it really well. Is this even hot? I have a feeling it conducted... Oh, so it's got some heat. Not much, but some. I am watching the chat, so you know. One of the downsides right now is that the Restream chat is being really funny. But I have Twitch pulled up as well as... YouTube and Smashcast. Mixer is not up. So if you're watching on Mixer, sorry guys, I won't see you. Let's see how this holds. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to double wrap these because I'm not content with the amount of protection that they're given. So I'm going to clamp it back up. Here we go. Okay, put this one on. Okay, we're good. There's one. And here's another one. Why buy another third hand? Why? There's no point. May as well just do this, huh? I already have one, and it'll work perfectly fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm good with that. 2 layers on each side. We're going to unclamp it. And this should be good now. It's probably still a little hot, so I don't want to burn myself. I didn't actually at all, but just being careful nonetheless. So we're going to put the heat shrink over there. If you're not aware of the ring that we're working on right now, it is actually a ring based on the Deathly Hallows. So we're going to be making the symbol on a piece of copper, essentially. And in order to keep this process moving, I need to take my main ring here, work with the pieces that I have, and I basically am ready to solder these on, I think. The angles still may be a little off. I may need to adjust them a bit. This one especially. Actually, hold on. Oh, it's really off. Why is that? That's weird. I don't remember it being that off. Let me check the length. The length is fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust the angles though. Let's get my ring mandrel out and double check the size that I have right now. The next thing I want to do essentially is solder this. And I'm going to... I have my pickle ready for it as well. But first I want to see what size we're sitting at. Okay, about a size... Well, that's a size 8 there, but it's springing closed a little bit. Alright, so I have a new mallet as well, a rawhide mallet. So that I do less marring as I work on this. Okay. That's over 8 now. I don't want it that small. Or that big, rather. Alright, we're just adjusting this. Okay. So up to 8.5 about. We're going to pull it close a little bit. Just a few whacks. It's just under 8. So it's a little tight on me, but it's not bad. I just open it a little. Is that going to be good? Yeah, that should be fine. All right, so we're going to go with that, and I'm going to go ahead and clamp this up to my ring clamp. I'm going to cut it now. So okay, and my saw is over here. All right, I'm using the same size saw blade, a 3, I believe, in case you want to know. And so now I'm just going to take a peek at where my ring overlaps. You should be able to see it. There's an overlap there. So that's where I'm going to be cutting. Okay. My blade's jumping a bunch. I think I need to seat the ring further down. There we go. That's better. Now before I go too far in this, I also see another adjustment I want to make. Unfortunately, it's really hard to tell. There's just, the two sides aren't coming together quite flush, which I think will end up in, if I do this cut, in having a problem. So I'm trying to, there, I think that'll be better, like this. Okay. And I'm going to check the size again. Okay. There we go. That should be about good. Okay. I still have my notch, so I should be able to line that up and cut it there. But once again, it's really giving me too much play here. It's like the teeth are just grabbing it and pulling it instead of cutting. I probably need cut lube or something, which I do not have. There we go. Okay. Okay. Cutting towards the center of the ring, essentially. Trying to keep the blade moving. Nice and straight. Not too much wandering. And not a lot of tension on the blade. Just keeping it moving. Okay. Almost there. We're through half. Almost through the next half. Okay, there we go. We made it through. We're all done with that cut. Hey, we have a Twitch viewer. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a great evening. All right. All right, so we're gonna push this together a bit and see how well it lines up. It's looking good. Let's check the size at this stage. All right, so I'm down to about an 8.5 somehow. I don't know what I'm doing in my cuts that's resulting in that, but or not an 8.5, a 7.5 when they come together. So I'm just gonna move forward with it. It's not a terrible problem. I'm gonna get a file here and I'm gonna clean up this edge. Okay. It is nice and flush, which is perfect. That's what we want. I'm gonna get a different file. I have a slightly better needle file here to clean up the inside of this. Okay, that looks good. All right, so that's all taken care of. I'm gonna get ready to do my my first joint then. So get our third hand here, and I need to get my flux. I'm just using handy flux right now. I'd like to get some straight up borax, like a borax cone, and use that as flux at some point, but I haven't done it. All right, and I need some solder. So what am I going to use for solder? Well, I'm working with copper. I'm hoping that this copper 26 gauge copper wire will work. And what I'm going to do to use this may not be what other people do. I don't know. I'm learning. I'm going to take my copper wire here. I'm actually going to hammer it flat with my little jeweler's hammer. And I'm going to use some of that when I do this. Okay, I'm gonna take my glasses off as well. I don't really need them. Not right now anyways. All right, so we've got a bit of copper here ready. Move my anvil. and my mallet. Alright, so I'm going to cut a piece of this off. I put some flux on this. I'm going to grab my torch, and we're going to move ahead with soldering this. And I'm, not really sure how it's going to go, but hopefully well. And I also hope that I don't burn this heat shrink that I put on, but we'll see what happens. It's not a big deal if I do. I also need my solder pick, so I'm going to grab one of those. And I need to label these. I'm going to say that this is for working with copper. I have a couple of them now. Alright, come on, solder pick, get out of there. Yay! Come to me. I'm trying to figure out where the end of this little plastic bag is, but it may not have one. So I'll make one. It's a pointy piece of metal anyways, it'll work. Alright, so solder pick, ready. And let's label this. Okay. I want to keep these separate from one another. So there we go. I'll probably burn that in later so that I remember what this is for. If I wear that off on accident. It doesn't seem like it's wearing though. Alright, so we're gonna grab my flux. I have a lot here, I don't need much. That should be plenty. Okay. And I'm going to cut a few pieces of the copper solder off. Okay. There we go. Come on. There. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I just have a few pieces of that solder on my charcoal block here. I'm just going to move them a bit. Alright, so I want to heat one of those up so that I can pick it up with my pick. Okay, and I want to change the flame length here. Okay. Okay, I got a little piece of solder there. The borax is ready. The ring is getting warm. It's grown a little bit. Let's put the solder on. Okay. Solder's on. Okay. It's not right on the joint though. I'm gonna keep heating the ring. Yep, I'm burning the heat shrink. That's not gonna work in the long run then. Good to know. Alright, keep going. It's not there yet. Ooh, it smells terrible. Come on. Keep going. Ooh, my heat shrink is on fire. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can move this copper. Oh, and I lost it. I also think I need a bigger piece. I don't think that that was gonna be enough. Let's get another piece of copper. Okay. Alright, come on. We just want to see it go right into this closed opening and close up this little joint. Come on. Come on, little guy. You can do it. I wonder if it's going to take a while. Okay. Heat the rest of the ring. I wonder if what's happening is the third arm's taking away too much of the heat and neutralizing it and preventing it from flowing. I wonder. I don't know. Come on. Or maybe this isn't suitable enough. It does seem like it was just about to go. Where are my tongs? Here they are. I think it was about to go actually just then. Come on. Yeah. Here's my little piece. Darn it. Okay, well, here, instead of balling it up, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put it right on instead. As it is. Come here. Oh, darn it. Alright, this is complicated. More difficult than I imagined. That's okay. I'm learning. This is number 1. Try to get a little more. And that's another option I have, is just to try to use the copper wire as it is without clipping any. Okay, let's get a piece here. Okay, get up. Come here. Okay, right on there. Okay, let's try again. Oh, and I blew it off. Here we go. Try again. And I blew. Man, it keeps coming off. Come here. Starting at the bottom, we'll work our way up to where the piece is. My goal is to not breathe directly on the piece of solder. Come here. In theory, I'm learning. Alright, I'm gonna move this a little closer because I'm sitting funny. Okay. Okay. I think we're getting there. Just heating the whole piece and hitting the copper, the solder, the bit that I hope is gonna work as solder. And I'm gonna turn my lock on. Oh. Come on. I'm worried that I should put more borax on, that all the flux is gone. That could be the case. Oh, somebody's chatting with me. And, sorry, I can't actually read it. I think I do need my glasses after all. I'll grab those in just a moment. Thanks for coming by. Hope you're having a great time. I don't know how long you've been here, but maybe you're the one who jumped in right away. Come on. Come on, little solder. Come on. Alright, well, I have a feeling I'm doing something wrong if it's not going yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to let it cool down for a moment. Grab my glasses. Sweet stream! Ah, thank you, Cereal. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Hope you're still hanging out with me. I'm gonna grab my pickle here. Alright, well, the ring's really hot, so I basically super annealed it there. I don't know if I can get that solder off. I mean, it was almost there, I think. Hold on, we're gonna dip that. Put that in the pickle. My pickle's cold, so it's not going to be super effective, but it should help. All right. Yeah, so it's really, really soft now. Hold on. What I want to do here is I'm gonna heat it up and quench it again to get it to harden a little more. Where's my torch? Dig the basement aesthetic, the kind of place where awesome stuff is made at night. Yeah, this is where I work, man. Not well, ow. Well, not work, but not actually my job or anything. But yep, this is my workshop. I appreciate the feedback. So we're just gonna heat this up again. All right, so it's really hot and it's essentially annealed. I'm gonna grab my tongs here and I'm gonna shock it in the pickle. So that should harden it back up a bit. Okay. I probably want that to sit for a few minutes, but I'm eager to keep working on it. Okay. Seal this. Do you get to do any crafting cereal? Or what keeps you busy? Okay. I don't actively watch Twitch anymore. I used to. So I've only stopped by one jeweler's stream, and I didn't watch her very long. I tried to chat with her just because I was really interested, and she didn't respond. And then I found out that she was using the like people must follow feature, and I was like, nope, I'm gone. So right now I'm still trying to harden this back up. Essentially, that's why I'm hammering it. To shock it a bit and stiffen it. Yeah, it worked. But now my end is off. You don't. All computer stuff. Physical things are so interesting. Have at least watch them if not doing them. Sure. That's awesome. I do a lot of computer stuff too. But I like the physical things as well. I find them far more cathartic unless it's actually a digital project that I have a lot of say in. But I don't have a lot of say in a lot of projects right now, so. All right. I'm just checking on this end. All right, I want to clean this up a bit. Where is my sandpaper? There it is. I'm just gonna blacken it up again though, because I'm gonna keep trying to solder this until I get it. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's cleaning up instantly. So I'm not worried about hurting the copper at all. I just want to figure out why the solder's not flowing. Okay. Well, the outside is cleaner at least. Cool. Just taking a look. I also want to All right, let's get this off of here. That didn't do what I needed it to. Heat shrink tubing, it will melt. And you know what? I saw that coming, but I thought it was worth a shot. I think what I'm going to need to do to use these jaws is just pinch the clips in. And then maybe clip them off if I can. Like I said, I don't really want to mar whatever I'm working on by putting them in here, but I'm just going to bend all these in. I don't think I've ever used this for electronic soldering, actually. Come on. So nice to look down on something you've created, even if it's just digging a hole or something. Tangible accomplishment is so rewarding. Do you sell things Etsy or have a gallery of past work? No, this is I'm just learning right now. This is the first ring that I've ever been soldering. So no, I don't have anything on Etsy. I will have a website up. It's essentially ready. I just need product. So I probably will put stuff out there in the future, just not yet. It's going to take a while until I figure out what I'm doing before I have much of a method here. All right, almost done modifying this. These teeth on the end are harder to move in. Who's a good alligator? You are. I could always file them off too, I suppose. All right, almost there. All right, that looks good. Where's my file? Yeah, so I'm gonna smooth these up now as well. That way, yeah. That way, they're really smooth. And I don't need to worry about them cutting up my pieces. Yeah. So I'm actually a web developer, and I do like that quite a bit. It's nice to be able to set up websites for my own projects and stuff when I'm doing things. Like I said, I already have the website ready for this. I just don't have anything to put on it. One day, soon enough, it will not be lonely. Ah, no! My solder pick. All right. Let's try this again. So this is ready, but I kind of want to try something else. I want to try to use just my charcoal block and see if that's going to be more effective. So, pull this up, sit down. Where'd my little, okay. Let's hammer out a little more solder and try it again. Okay. All right, that should be enough. I'm gonna get some more borax over here. You'll have a sight then. Yep, exactly. All right, Handy Flux. How handy are you gonna be? I'm just gonna use a moderate coating of flux. I don't need that much. All right, seal that up again. Wipe that off. Okay. I'm gonna clip up a couple more pieces of this. Come on. So this copper may just be, this may not be what I need in order to solder this. I may have to do a little more research and figure out what I can use. Okay. Let's go. We're gonna heat the ring. Okay. So the copper's gone all melty. Not melty, but the borax has. Okay. I put the solder down. Okay. Keep heating it. Keep heating it. Alright, and I'm hitting the joint directly now. Circle back around. Trying to heat this evenly. Okay. It's really hot. Come on. Get there. I believe in you, peace. I actually really like this a lot better than trying to use the third hand, because this seems to show the heat a lot better. Still hasn't gone. And this is really hot. So why hasn't it flowed? Where's my... Come here, wire. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Ah! Shoot! I broke my charcoal block. I suppose I heated it too much. That was startling. No idea you could do that. I'm not giving up yet. Not giving up. Come on, heat it. Well then. I'm not having any luck. So, I have two theories. One is that the solder is insufficient. That I can't hammer out solder wire and use that. It doesn't seem like that is enough to work for whatever reason. It was melting. The solder was. It was balling up, but it wasn't flowing at all, which is really weird. What do I do to make this work? Also, this is probably surprisingly cool. Huh. Nope, come back here. Hmm. The weird thing is, I think I actually did manage to start to melt the ring. So I think that while I didn't get any water to flow into the joint, I think it fused together. No, I broke it apart. It did not work. Yeah, and the other piece of solder that I wanted to attach came right off. All right, well, if I want to keep working on this, I'm going to have to cut the joint again, I think. I think it's too roughed up. So I can either file it or I can cut it. And I'm more interested in just cutting it. Let's remove some of that heat patina that I added, some of the red. Get that copper back out. Learning process of trial and error. Okay. All right. I'm going to hammer it again to hopefully maybe stiffen it up a bit. Where's my mallet? There it is. Bunch of good wax here. Really get the molecules to align and play nicely. Yeah, come on molecules, get in a line. Copper particles. All right, we're gonna bring it down here. All right, cool. Oh yeah, much stiffer already. Okay, let's grab my flat nose pliers here and get this back into alignment. Okay. Push it together a bit. There we go. And grab my ring clamp right here. And we're gonna recut that joint. So we're gonna lose maybe, I mean, we won't lose a lot of material, but the size is gonna go down a bit from this. All right, grab my saw, go to my bench pin, and make sure that joint is flush on both sides. And then we're just gonna cut right through the joint. There we go. Yeah. Nice and clean. Okay, there we go. We're through. Put this back over here. Unclamp it. And put this down. All right, so that's nice and flush again. Good. Let's clean it up with my round file. It's really the inside that needs to be cleaned up, almost. Okay. That's fine. And there's still a bit of material there that I want to get rid of. I wonder, I think that's not cutting enough. There we go. That's better. All right, so the joint is clean and it's ready to be soldered again. But unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to get it to solder. My poor charcoal block. Man, just broke it right open. All right, hold on. Let me read something. In theory, this should work. So I'm gonna keep trying. Let's grab some more copper wire here that I can use to solder. I wonder if I should use a larger piece of solder. Let's check this out. I'm gonna do some testing. Let's cut a piece of this. Okay. So this is 18 gauge copper wire. I'm gonna move the charcoal block. I just want to get some idea of how this is gonna perform since it's not doing what I expected. I'm just gonna I'm gonna set this here, actually. Not gonna do much. And I'm just gonna heat it. That's all I'm gonna do. And see what happens. Learn if this is gonna melt. And get an idea about what color it's gonna look like when it melts. So we're heating over this length of wire. Just back and forth. Okay, now I'm gonna hit the end. It's not melting or anything. Let's move this plastic. Come on. Okay, it's red hot, but we're not seeing any melting yet. Alright, so that's not gonna work. Let's get rid of this wire. This really hot piece of wire. Right on the basement floor. It's not gonna ignite anything. The basement's fairly clean. Alright, so let's go back to the thinner gauge wire, the 26 or whatever it is. Yeah, we're gonna cut off a long length of that. I have a feeling that there's just a point where once it starts melting, that it doesn't go too much further. And I need to find out where that point is and what the wire looks like when it's there so I can deploy it on the joint of my ring. I'm going to move this and get this one up here. Let's try this one. I mean, it heats up really quickly and it keeps going. Okay, well, hold on. Let's try it. I'm going to heat up this ball and try to pick it up. No, come back here. Come here. This is going to be way too much. This is going to be a disgusting joint if I get this to work. Come here. All right. Let's go from the other end. Okay. Okay. Come here. Come on. Break off. Break off. Melt. There we go. Alright, so I have it picked up. Okay. We got our joint. We're going to apply a healthy amount of flux again. Not too much. All right. Let's also, before I do this, see if I need to refill my torch. Okay, there we go. Got that. And I'm ready. So I'm going to lengthen the flame actually. Okay. Okay. Come on. No dice yet. Okay. All right, let's turn that off. Still no dice. Back to the pickle. Yes. Yes, it is butane. Okay. I know I'm getting it hot enough. At least I think I am. I think one of the problems is that the flux is going away too quickly, and then the copper's not flowing through it. So... put some more flux on there. I can see the joint. All right, let's see. Okay, I can see the joint in there. I know I'm going back and forth here on methods because I'm not convinced any of them are going to work yet, since none of them do. Okay, and get my little hammer again. Hammer, there you are, right in front of me. Okay. Okay, got this ready. Unfortunately, I've got a piece of copper right on the end of my pick now. Okay, I got it off. That's not a problem, I guess. Didn't stick very well. That's good. Let's clean up my pick a bit. All right, so this time what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put some flux on both the piece and the solder and see if that helps. Okay, there's that. Let's go. Okay. Come on. Get there. It's just not going. Come on. I set off the alarm. There's no fire, I swear. That wouldn't happen. That would never happen in the basement where I'm playing with fire. That would not happen. That just doesn't make any sense. I should probably make sure that there's not a fire alarm there, huh? Next time I do this. Well, still no luck. This is not what I wanted to happen tonight. Ooh, I can hear it cooling a lot. They're playing a really good song on the station I'm listening to right now. Yeah, my charcoal block's really hot. They're playing a song by the Weaker Thans. I've never actually heard them play the Weaker Thans. That's really cool. Alright, let's grab this. Should be cool. Man, I just have not had any luck with this. What do I do? I think I need to find copper solder. I think that's what I need to do. I think that's what I need to do. Well, that's unfortunate. Because that means that I'm not... You thought that was yours? Your fire alarm? That's funny. Nope, it's mine. Setting them off like crazy. What is this? Oh, I know what that is. Well, this has not been productive. This has been kind of a failure tonight. Let's see. I don't know what to do if I can't work on that, if I can't solder this. Let's clean it up again really quickly. I'm actually just gonna wrap this. Oh, it's so soft. Dang it. I lost my round. Come here, mallet. Come here, guys. We're gonna get hammered. What we're gonna do before I clean you up. There's somebody else hanging out with us on Twitch, Serial. I have no idea who it is, but I haven't really looked. Come on, particles. Be cool, be cool. Alright, slowly getting it back up to the size that we had it at, and getting it nice and hard again after we super annealed it. And I'm trying to rotate it at the same time as we change the size. The funny thing is, even though it was so much smaller, by so much I mean like, even though we only had it to like a size 7 earlier, because I've been hammering it, it's flattened out considerably. It's no longer round, essentially. It's not flat, but it is flatter. Alright. Awesome. Okay, well, let's grab our pliers and straighten it a bit. And then I'll clean it up a bit and fix the edge we're going to solder on. So my goal is to work up from this to some other materials, and I'm starting with inexpensive materials first. Why start working on things like silver and gold if you have no idea what you're doing with them? Work with copper. Copper is easy to use. It has a low melting point. Apparently I'm wrong. Apparently, copper doesn't have a low melting point or something. So, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the encouragement, Serial. Alright. Come on. Alright, we're getting that copper shine back out now. Even though we're gonna lose it again, I still want to remove this patina and tarnish that we just introduced to it. And I should probably neutralize it too. The acid from the pickle. Otherwise it's gonna keep eating through. Okay. So the tricky part now is cleaning up the inside of this. What I really need to do is use my Dremel. I'm gonna just put it down on the bench and work on it like that. Okay. I'm gonna call it good enough for now. It's got a really rustic color all over now. It's pretty rough overall. Well, okay, what size is it? It's probably about... Oh, wow. It's like a 10. Because I flanned it out so much, hammering it. I don't want a size 10. 10 is way too big for me. Okay. So, I don't know what to do to test this now. I suppose I can keep trying to heat some copper until I can get it to flow onto something else. Get an idea of... I mean, that's what I tried earlier, though. Although I didn't actually put it anywhere. I just heated it and got it to melt. What would happen if... Grab these, grab this little guy. Let's just get a scrap piece of copper or something. Yeah. Okay. Got my flux. Shake it up. Maybe my flux is messed up. No. What is it? A bad craftsman blames his tools? It's just lack of experience and knowledge of what I'm doing. Experience is worth a lot of money to some people. So, is having issues right now, and I don't know. Hopefully it'll stabilize, but I don't know if it will. All right, should be reconnected, and it looks fairly stable right now. Sorry about that. Just having problems here. So we're gonna try this again, but we're just gonna test some scrap here. I think in order to do this, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put some flux on it. Come here. Right there. Put that back in. Come on. Come on. That's not working. At least my smoke alarm's not going off. Okay, well. My theory is that my solder is not solder. It is not good for soldering. That's my theory. My theory is it's just copper wire, if not aluminum and labeled as copper, and that it's not going to do what I want it to. On this little piece here, so I don't accidentally hurt myself with it, burning myself. Shock it. Get a nice dark color. Purple. It's a nice purple. Okay. Oh, it looks like the quality's still being bad. Okay. Oh, this block is... I can feel the heat coming off the top of it. Alright, let's... Well, at least I got some experience putting patina, heat patina on copper. This takes a really nice dark purple patina when it gets hot, and then shocked like that. It's pretty lovely, actually. I like it quite a bit. Well, unfortunately, I can't keep working on this ring tonight, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. What are other pieces that I wanted to work on? This is the main one, really. This is the ring number 1. This is the experience ring, and I'm not getting that experience, apparently. So, what should I do about it? How can I fix this? First, I want to clean my pick again because it's really gross. Come on. Get rid of that black. I'm gonna file this off, this tarnish. There's a gnat down here. I don't think I've ever had a gnat down here. It's bizarre. It's craziness. Who does he think he is? George Washington? Well, he's not. Alright. Getting this nice and clean again, so it doesn't look dingy and disgusting. Okay. That's better. Not perfect. That's a refrain. Better, but not perfect. What can I do about this, more importantly? I can look up video properly. Copper. I think that would be a good starting point. There, I just need to practice. The other question I have is, I mean, this is just bare copper wire. I can't imagine that the material, the quality of this would be a problem if it truly is just copper. Well, here's another thing that I can do. I've got another ring, not a ring. There was another ring I was working on. I can get that one cut and ready before I stop the stream at least. So what I need to do is take another piece and shape it up to a size 8. So let's see how much material I'm going to need. we're gonna pull up my ring sizing chart. All right, this is what? 14 gauge wire. It's 1.8 millimeters, size 8, 62. So we're gonna do 65 millimeters. Okay, let's cut that. Actually, I may still, no, I'm gonna reserve this for the other ring. Not a big deal, but I'll reserve it nonetheless. So we're gonna get a ruler. I'm gonna cut about 65 millimeters, huh? I'm gonna go more than that. I'm gonna do like 67. Because why not? Better safe than sorry. Okay. And I want to get kind of down so that it's a little more flat on my table. All right, so there's, I need a marker. I need 65, 67 millimeters. Okay, there's that. That away. Going to, where is it? Turn my volume a bit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna cut where I made that little mark. Good. I'm gonna double check this length. Okay, it's fine. It is fine. I'm gonna file down these edges. That way I don't cut myself while I'm working. Okay. That's fine. Get this one. And hold it, if I can hold it steady. Almost there. Apparently Manchester Orchestra is coming out with a new album and I had no idea. It's Black something? I'm not entirely sure. They're talking about it on the program I'm listening to. Okay. Ooh. They're giving away a vinyl copy of that album, actually. The station. I may want to call in and try to win that. But they're giving it away at 9, so I have to be available in half an hour for it. Right. Let's move these. Cool. Alright, and we're going to start bending this now. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start from the other side now. Okay. It's not very round. Not very round at all. I curved it too much from the beginning. Grab my flat nose. Okay. Yeah, I bent it too much at the start. Not very round, but that's why we have one of these handy dandy ring mandrel. Yeah, for the win. Let's try to actually tighten it up a bit. At least I'm getting better at mandrilling. Okay. Okay, so it's round now, and now I need to work it up to a size 8. Okay, getting closer. Okay, we're there, but in my experience, you need to go past the size and bring it down. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. It's at about 8 1/4. I'm going to cut it there. Also, I'm noticing the way my tools work and what they do to the material, because these pliers leave pretty noticeable marks in the metal. And it's very obvious. Alright, well, we've got a ring. It's about the right size. Let's cut it to the ring clamp. Okay, we're gonna really get it tight in there. Ooh, I like this music. Who is this? Cereal, you're taking off. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, man. Have a great night. Yeah, thanks for chatting with me and the encouragement. I hope you have a great night. Grab my saw again. Move back over to my ring. My bench pin. And let's get that cut going. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're getting through this pretty well. Almost through. Oop. Shoot, I snagged pretty hard there. The saw blade's fine though, no problems. Almost there, come on. There we go. Cut is done. I'm noticing the way I cut now. Get an idea of what it is I do. Okay, that's pretty nice. It's coming together pretty well. We're gonna pull it apart though a bit and clean up the edges. All right, head back over to Restream. Okay, let's clean up these edges. Okay. Okay, here we go. Right, that's ready. And then I'm going to be setting this circle inside of it. So what I need to do is cut this one to get this one ready to be attached. So we're going to go back to the ring clamp, and I'm actually going to pull this a little tighter because I know it's going to shrink a bit. Or it's going to... Oh no, I don't need to. If anything, I need to grow it. Okay. My mandrel is too big for this, but what isn't is my little guy right here. My little anvil. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's better. Pull that one down. Make sure that they're just sitting really alongside one another well. Go back to my ring clamp. Get it clamped up and get ready to cut. Grab my saw and right there. Okay. We're gonna get through this one quickly. At least I'm getting better at cutting them and aligning them. Oh, there we go. Oh, my stream is dropping again. What the heck? I'm gonna have to probably stop it and start it again. No? It seems like it's stabilizing. Okay. That's fine then. It's really all over the place though. This one looks really good, but I need to bring it together. Yeah, good. Let's try to clean up the edge a bit. Okay, this side. Inside. Okay. I'm happy with that. Now, the thing is, when I go to actually set this inside of the other ring, I'm going to need to cut the other one. I'm going to need to take this first one and cup it a bit. So I don't know how I'm going to do that, and I think I can't really do it until I actually get it soldered. I wonder if my solder's not working because I haven't cleaned my pieces. Because they're too gross or something. I don't know if that's what would be the problem. I want to straighten this a bit. Wow. I'm just seeing all the little nicks that I made in this piece with my pliers, and I don't like that because that tells me that when I go to work with other materials that they're gonna get more damaged. Am I gonna have to file those marks out? I may have to. I don't know if they would sand out. Let's see if I can remove them with some emery paper. Okay. I don't like this song. It's obnoxious. The quality of the singer's voice, I'm not a fan of it. Also, the song sounds a lot like another famous one. What song is that? I'm trying to think of it. Weird Al did a cover of it, and that's the only one I'm thinking of right now, actually. Hmm. Well, that one's at least shiny. Oh, this one's the one I was working on earlier. Is still extremely soft. I'm probably gonna have to heat it and quench it if I actually want to use it. I'm probably gonna have to abandon this piece because I don't think this piece of copper is gonna be really usable all that much. It's so rustic though. I'll hold on to it and let it at least ask as an example. Hey Isaac, how you doing? I see you you said hello. How is your Wednesday night going, friend? At least it brightens up really well. Interesting. Hmm. Oh man, you're super tired? I get that. I get that. That's what they're singing about on this in this song right now. Being tired. It's really got the feels. I don't know if I like this song. I should look up the lyrics of this song, honestly. How's my ring coming along? Well, this one poorly. I tried to solder it up tonight, and it turns out I don't know what I'm doing, because I could not get the solder to flow, like, at all. But I think it's because... what I am using is not sufficient in some way. I think the solder that I'm using is not good for solder, actually. I think it's just copper. And that it won't get the job done. So I'm going to have to do a little more reading and see if I can find something alternative to use. Also, this is way off. Hold on. Wow, this song is all over the place. Holy crap. The song is about, seems like it was about people coming home and catching up, and then the guy or woman or whoever says they're very tired, and then the other person's like, I feel like we're not connecting and you're not listening. And then there's like this long instrumental part, and then she asks, is there someone else? It's really... And the person says that there is, essentially. It's a really weird song that I just listened to. And I feel like I need to look up the lyrics and listen to it again. In maybe a different setting, I don't know. Yeah, so, I'm basically ready to keep these couple rings moving forward, but I need to practice my soldering before I can do that. If I can't solder them, then I can't complete them, basically. Let's check the sizes. That one seems to be fine. And this one seems to be sticking at a... Yeah. Wow, it's... I probably flattened the material, like, not half the thickness by all my malleting tonight, but quite a bit. It's significantly flatter, maybe by like a third from all my malleting. Wow. Okay, well, that's that. So, I don't know what I'm going to do now for the rest of the stream. Are there more rings that I wanted to make? There are, actually. So maybe I'm just going to shape some copper and get ready to make those. I need to make some size 4s, essentially. So, go back to my ring sizing chart. 1.8 millimeter. Size 4 is 52 millimeters. So, I'm going to do 57 millimeters. I'm going to cut some lengths of that for these rings that I'm going to be making. All right. Okay, need a little more here. Trying to straighten this a bit. All right, 57. Grab my pencil. Okay. I'm going to cut this one, and then I'm going to cut another length right afterwards. Okay. I'm just going to use this one as reference. I won't use my ruler. We're just straightening this wire as much as we can right now. Okay, pretty good. And pencil. Right there. Cut right on the inside of this line. There we go. And cut. There we go. Now I've got my two lengths. I'm ready to make a couple size 4s. My ruler over there. And I want to get better at shaping these without actually using my mandrel, or without using my pliers, so that I do less damage to the material as I go. And this is pretty light stuff, so it bends pretty easily, but there's always going to be a point where I can't bend it anymore. Okay, turn it. Okay, grab my mallet. All right, so this is way too big. A Black Mile to the Surface. That's Manchester United's newest album, apparently. Okay. Come on, shrink it up here. It's just not quite, it's not getting much smaller right now. And I need it to. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so it's at about a 4.5 right now. Yeah. So let's cut it right now. We'll lose at least a quarter of a size. And, well, maybe a quarter of a size. And then I will get ready to... I'll have to shrink it and cut it again, I'm sure, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Over to my bench pin. Cut, cut, cut. Cut that piece. Cut lube would probably also help me stop from heating the pieces of copper too much when I'm doing this. That's probably a good idea. Nope. Oh, it's just not going. There it is. Got it. All right, let's see what we have. Really carefully clean up these edges. That's good. This one needs to be cleaned. I'm thinking that just some sandpaper will work. Just wanted to say hi before you fell asleep. Catch you later. Okay, I'll see you later, Caleb. Have a good night. Or I said Caleb. Isaac. I've got Caleb on the brain again. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna be heading out in a moment too. It's almost 9. Alright, let's see what size this is sitting at. 4 1/4. So yeah, I'm losing about a quarter. A quarter of a size each time I do that. Okay, let's sand this, file this edge down. Good. All right, here we go. Nice and flat. I didn't do that with the other one. Let's shape this one. I'm just gonna press it on the mandrel again. Okay, let's flip it. Work on the other side a bit and work towards the center. Okay. Bring it together as much as we can here. And then get the mallet out. Okay, I want to align those. I lost my my straight, unfortunately, which is a problem. I'm just gonna twist it and hopefully bring it back into alignment that way. I don't know that it's gonna work, but all right, here we go. And it's, yeah, I lost my straight there. So hopefully I can get it back without putting too many marks on this. All right. All right, I'm going to take off. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I hope you have a great night. And I'm going to figure out how to solder this. And I'll see you next time.